So, in today's podcast and in today's video, I'll actually be talking about a very recurring topic nowadays that everybody might be relating to and might be suffering and facing somehow in life. But we don't emphasize on it and we don't talk about it. So in today's fast-paced environment, always connected with the world, the stress has become a very common passion and companion. The stress has become a very common companion for many people, whether it is from the work or whether it is relationship based or the personal struggles. Stress can also impact people in all the ages, any background or the walks of life. So it affects not only just the mental well-being but also the physical health, the relationships, and the overall quality of life of somebody whosoever is affected by stress. So in this podcast or in this video, I'll actually be exploring the source of stress in today's society, and that's my perspective. And the impact of people and how can we actually try to elevate this from somebody's life. So, somebody around you maybe require your help, and you're supposed to just take a stand, take an initiative to help the person. So stress can actually be triggered by numerous factors like uh, the work pressure, and the modern workforce is full of deadlines and expectation and long hours. With the rise of the remote work, also there's a no, there's often an overlap between the home life, and the work life. So there's no work life balance generally, which we all might be struggling with somehow, and which can also be very hard to disconnect. So many people feel the pressure to perform at their best, and leading to burnouts and anxiety. And then the financial concerns is one of the major concerns, which can also be a part of the a reason for stress. So the economic landscape, and particularly in the times of inflation or the recessions, adds to the stress many people individually experience in isolation. And people may also worry about the bills, the family bills, the family struggle, the dependence on the family on one particular person. So financial instability also is can actually assign heavy weights to your brain and can cause distress. Another is the relationship that we have nowadays, which is also like social expectations that we have from people around us. So people also feel the burden of managing relationships, whether it is family or friends or romantic partners. So the pressure to meet the societal expectations in achieving certain life milestones. For example, getting married, there's an age of getting married, whether you're single or whether you're divorced, not married, separated, whatever taglines people give you generally, or whatever you have. So whether you're having kid or not having kid, what is the age, all of that factors can also add to somebody's emotional stress. And so additionally, the rise of the social media also has introduced new stressors, with people comparing their lives to the curated versions of others, which is real life is not as the real life, right? So the health problems which somebody might be facing by genes, by generic, by genes, by their family background, or maybe they have because of the lifestyle have incurred those issues. So the health issues, which whether they are chronic or temporary, are the significant stressors. And so we actually are supposed to focus on the personal well-being, overall well-being or wellness of the people around us, and somehow contribute our part. And of course, the global issues nowadays that we keep on looking at in the news channels. So the world today is full of political instabilities, environmental concerns, and the ongoing threat of the pandemics that we have. We already suffered one few years back, and it's almost like going up and down. So these larger scale problems also can feel very overwhelming, and especially when one person uh, is powerless to change. There's no control in your hands, so you feel more, there's more stress that because you can't control it, so it's just stressing you. So so mental health issues also arise, depression, sleep disorders, constant worrying also makes you hopeless in life, and you that stops and disrupts your daily functions, turns you more anxious, more furious. There's a lot of anger burst which happens from people. So mental health can be one reason, one fun factor, one result. Physical problems, and then the decreased productivity at the workplace or even in your house, higher blood pressures, the diabetes, increasing level of diabetes because of stress, digestive issues, headaches. So you weaken your immune system ultimately. And the decreased productivity in the workplace plus the impact on the relationship. So if you're not able to manage both of them together, there's no work-life balance. So it also stress you. You also become emotionally distant from people, and then it leads to more conflict around you and people start judging you around. So, and then the burnouts. Burnout is a very famous term in the corporate life. So sometimes, as a theory, so prolonged stress also gives you mental exhaustion and burnouts, and So how can we actually support people around us? That's the major concern. That because most of you might know already about this. It's nothing new that I'm telling you. But how can you actually support? So mindfulness and meditation can be. If you see more channels nowadays, they're talking about people are actually talking about health nowadays on Instagram or other places, and they're also talking about the meditation factor, which plays a very important part in somebody's life. So practicing mindfulness, such as good thoughts through meditation, and reduce can also can actually also pursuing. So meditation also can actually help you calm down your brain and rest for some point in time, and it relaxes your body. So there's a personal behind why somebody's trying to they're trying to push you towards meditation. Also exercises. So gyms. I'm not asking for very stressful exercises like hardcore ones, but you can also go for yoga, practicing yoga, run for yourself, simply going for a walk. Regular exercises for mental health. It stimulates your brain, and then manage your time and prioritize things. That makes life easier. Removes the complexity from the life and makes it more easier to choose what is more prior to you at what point in time. And then also have some social support. So your friends, family, give them a call. You can discuss. You should always have a few friends with whom you can actually share your heart and talk to them, discuss your problems, and then they should be supported ones. They should not be judging you at the back. So true friends basically are the ones those don't judge you. They're not judging you. Like you can be, and they're not even happy when you're sad. So it's not about that fake mask somebody would have. The genuine one I'm talking about, and the lifestyle choices. So the lifestyle choices also matter a lot when this has to be controlled and looked at. You can also use some certain relaxation techniques also, breathing exercises, and then stretch yourself like 5-10 minutes or 15 minutes in a day. Uh, Also, it becomes difficult for people at different ages to manage this, but stretching can actually be very easy and calming for anybody of any person of any age. So streaking, and then ultimately we have no other option but we can seek some professional help. So I would request not to go to that limit, at least where you're supposed to seek somebody professional help. But yeah, so together, if we talk about, we listen to the other person, if we listen to people, we lend our ears, we promote the stress relief activities much. The way I'm trying to have a video on this, we can talk about it. People can actually come and talk and discuss, share their problems, and we can talk about how we can together solve it. Then lead by examples, and then create a very supportive environment around us. So stress basically is a very inevitable part of the modern life, but it actually doesn't have control on our well-being. So by understanding the source of stress, by the impact of the stress on the health, and implementing the right patterns and the right strategy suggestions, we can actually try to cope up with it. If not completely, but at least partially. So the effort is to at least start on. So at least we can cope something, if not everything, in the process, and we can improve our lives. We can help others by doing the same. So it is very essential that we adopt the stress relief practices and the mindfulness, the physical activities, social gatherings, and social support, positive friendships, and also by encouraging and being more empathetic around people and not judging them by whatever is happening so far in their lives. And so ideally, the concern is that how can we actually behave with people around us? How can we actually lend a helping hand to them? So with this right strategized, so this right mindset can actually also help somebody manage stress and thrive in life and face the challenges people have in their lives. So that's my part, my role in it. I wanted to talk about this very important topic that we don't pay much limelight to nowadays because everybody is facing stress nowadays, some or the other way in their lifespan, their life, on their careers. But there's a point to talk and discuss and implement, not just talk about it, but also try to implement it, help people in whatever way it's possible. So, okay, so that's my contribution towards it. I hope you like the talk and let me know in case of any other important topic that you want me to highlight and discuss on. And I'll see you next week with another thought, another story which can influence somebody. and change somebody's life. Thank you so much. Have a good day.